Hey folks, if like me over the last few years you've become your own doctor and you draw daily from the YouTube University and all the information that's on the internet, you will inevitably have come across histamine. Histamines in food. Now, what is histamine? Histamine is a chemical that's released when an allergen is presented to the body. And it's the chemical that causes the puffiness, the itchiness, the scratching, inflammation, that happens when you have an allergen presented to the body. When you have something presented to the body that your body is not okay with, your body doesn't vibe with, it releases something called histamine. Histamine can be absorbed from high histamine foods, or it can be just constructed and released by the body just during an allergen episode, during a time when an allergen is presented to the body. Generally speaking, in people who are healthy, histamine balance just looks after itself. So histamine is absorbed or produced, and then it's broken down and passed out, and there's no issue. For healthy people, histamine is just all automatic. It just takes care of itself. But for people with allergies, people who are allergy sufferers, this balance is all out of whack. It's all over the place, and they have problems when the histamine is in the body. It doesn't flush out by itself, and this is when they get the inflammation. They get allergic reactions, and these can happen immediately, or they can happen slowly, gradually over time. And the name given to that is an intolerance. Now, you might be one of those people that reacts to everything. You're at a place in your life right now where you are reacting to a lot of different things. You're reacting to gluten, maybe you're reacting to dairy. It's things that you're eating and you're reacting to. And that is because of your current condition. That's because the current condition of your digestive system, your constitution, your candida imbalance, maybe you have your leaky gut syndrome. And if you listen to common knowledge, if you listen to common advice from dermatologists and doctors, they basically say to you, you've got to learn to live with it. You've got to contain it using some form of medical, topical steroid or something just to keep things in balance, or maybe an antihistamine, something just to keep things in balance. But I'm here to tell you that's not the case. Who am I to argue with doctors? But I'm doing it anyway. It's not the case. It's not the case. It's not the case. You don't need to stay this way. You don't need to stay in such a way that you can't deal with histamine on your own. You can't automatically deal with histamine without the use of steroids, without the use of drugs, antihistamines. You can rebuild your body. You can rebuild your body through the power of food and lifestyle such that you no longer have an issue with histamine. Let me say that again. You can build your body afresh from the finest organic ingredients such that you no longer have an issue with histamine in the body. So that means you can eat allergens that formerly gave you an issue, and they won't give you an issue anymore. Your body will maybe produce the histamine but break it down. The balance will look after itself. So the chances are, if you're watching this video, you've got a clogged liver, kidneys, maybe you've got lymphatic issues like a clogged lymph, maybe you've got leaky gut, candida overgrowth, you might have eczema, psoriasis, and with all this going on, it's very difficult for your body to self-rectify on the histamine front. So when you get histamine absorbed or released by the body, your balance is out of whack. It's not working by itself. And what the food does is the food rebuilds the digestive system. So you no longer have the leaky gut. It brings the candida into balance so that you no longer have the issue whereby your body's just overproducing candida and it can metabolize sugar properly. That's what the food does. The food takes care of all this. It flushes out the liver over time. This is all, I'm talking all long term, all long term. Over time, the juices that I recommend, the green juices, the lemon, like all of these different things, I could go into each one individually. All of these things flush out the liver and the kidneys over time such that vicarious elimination eventually doesn't happen anymore, and you give your body a break, a rest, because that's how we heal the body. It's not from the food necessarily, it's more from actually giving the body a rest and letting Mother Nature do its thing. If you fast, I'm not saying to do it, but if you fast, say you fasted for 2 weeks, just water for 2 weeks, or even dry fast for 2 weeks, your skin will probably get better. Talk to somebody who's been in a coma, or your skin might get better after 2 weeks of not eating because you've gotten out of the way and the body's had time to do some healing. Now, I'm not saying to do that. What I'm saying is to get out of the way as much as possible with the food that you consume. So with the juices, with the greens, with the fruits, the starches, this simple, high water content, easy to digest food, over time what happens is you get out of the way and your body has time to heal. So the histamine thing, the histamine balance, why don't I recommend looking for the fruit and veg that particularly has low histamine, by all means do that. But you'll do that if you want, but you'll hardly be eating anything. And what I've learned from doing this long term is it's more important to develop consistency with your diet than it is to eat super pure. I'd rather you ate 90% pure and you were consistent than 100% and you were on and off the wagon all the time. And your body will agree with me. Your body loves consistency. The body looks at what you do 90% of the time. But if you can be 100% pure, but you can only do it for a week and then you back off it again for another week and then you back on it for a week and so on and so forth, forget it. There's just no point doing that. My recommendation is to build a lifestyle, build a low-fat, plant-based lifestyle of abundance that you're going to enjoy, so that motivation isn't an issue, and you can build some consistency, and your body will learn to trust you again with the food that you're bringing in. It becomes a lifestyle for you. It becomes second nature. You're not thinking about every little morsel of food that goes into your mouth. Do this. Do this. Forget histamine. Do this. Do consistency. And do it long term. Build a plant-based lifestyle that you love, that you enjoy, that you can share with your friends, and just speak passionately about.